Hi, you're watching Floyd Steinberg's YouTube channel. Thurman sent me over the Yamaha MGX16V for trying it in my studio setup. So that's what I'm going to do today. And here are my findings. Here are 15 cool things the Yamaha MGX16V can do in your studio. And thanks to Thurman for making this video possible. Let's go. Let's start the way we usually do on this channel, by unboxing the mixer and taking a first look at the hardware. Compared to the R20, the Yamaha is a pretty chunky unit. It arrives in a sturdy box with some promotional material, license documents, safety instructions, a power supply and the mixer itself, but no printed manual. The MGX16V is a 16-channel mixer and recorder. You get 8 mono channels and 4 stereo channels, all controlled directly on the front panel. The panel also gives you access to the 2 send effects, the pad channel for triggering samples and of course the stereo output. Inside, the mixer offers 12 buses, 8 for individual mixes, 2 for effects, 1 for cueing and the main stereo bus. For inputs, you get 8 XLR mono inputs, 2 stereo quarter-inch inputs and 2 stereo RCA inputs. For output, there are 2 XLR outs and 8 assignable quarter-inch outs. You can also connect up to 4 headphones, each with its own individual mix. There's a touchscreen here that's essential for operating the mixer, and you also get 8 pads that can be used for shortcuts or triggering sounds. On the back, you'll find a fan and a power inlet. There's a microSD card slot, 2 USB-C ports and HDMI in and out. These let you route video to your computer via USB or to other capture devices via HDMI, but you can't record video to the SD card. While filming this video, I never heard the fan at all, so chances are you won't notice it either. The MGX16V has a great design. The black on white labeling makes everything easy to read and navigate. The device uses a metal enclosure. The faders aren't motorized and they move with surprisingly little resistance. That feels a bit cheap for a mixer in this price range. Everything else on the Yamaha feels solid, sturdy and well designed. All buttons light up when activated and I really like the color choices. And whatever you do on the mixer is reflected on the touchscreen instantly. The preamps on this thing are really good. Even if you crank up the gain, you still get clean low noise audio, depending on your source of course. But enough of that, let's jump into 15 cool things the MGX16V can do. 1. Route anything, anywhere. This mix has a ton of audio and effects buses, which means you can route any input to any output. That actually helped me while making this video. I don't have XLR connectors for my monitors, so I just routed the stereo out to 2 of the quarter-inch outputs. Problem solved. 2. Capture HDMI video and audio and send it to a computer. This is super useful for live streams where you want perfect audio. You can send the video signal to the USB output while processing the audio on the MGX16V. Another great use case, capturing the video output of the Montage M8X for tutorial videos while mixing in your microphone and synth audio. Three. Capture audio from USB devices. If you plug in a USB device into one of the USB-C ports, you can route its audio straight into the mix. Perfect for reaction videos or synth videos with synthesizers that support USB audio, or even for connecting your phone to playback videos and jam along.
This box of empty
Everyone gets their own mix. The MGX16V gives you 8 stereo mix buses. You can send them to the 4 headphone outputs or to the stereo outs. Just pick the mix bus on the right side of the screen, then use the knobs above the channel strips to set each channel's level in that mix. 5. Use 2 effect channels. Those effects faders, they control 2 effects send channels for reverb and delay. Select the effects bus and you can set the send amount for effect 1 and effect 2 per channel. Tap the screen to tweak the effects. They are nothing groundbreaking, but they sound good. I really like the plate reverb and the ping pong delay here. Six. Compress and EQ each channel. Tap a channel on the screen and you get a noise gate, compressor, EQ and insert effects, mostly amp-style effects. You can also enable phantom power for your microphones here. Seven. Tune your vocals. One of the insert effects is an autotune effect. Maybe not something you'll use every day, but it's nice to have it available. Hey, this is awesome singing. Do it.
I'm sorry.
8. Get your cues. Hit the cue button and you solo that channel in your own mix while everyone else keeps hearing their individual mixes. Super helpful when you want to fine-tune an instrument without all the other channels blasting at you. 9. Making a scene. You can save your entire setup and record it later, so switching between a streaming setup, a recording setup, or a video editing setup is just one tap away. For channel settings, you can store individual presets, channel settings like EQ, compressor and gate. So if you want to switch between different workflows, streaming, recording, rehearsing, scenes are your friend. If you want to copy a good vocal chain to another channel, use presets. 10. Trigger happy. The MGX16V has a pad channel where you can trigger sound effects that go straight to the stereo mix. It looks like a funfair gimmick, but it's actually used for finger drumming, backing tracks, metronomes, whatever you need. "11. Record everything." There's a built-in 16-track audio recorder. I used it to capture the audio for this video, and then I dropped the file straight into DaVinci Resolve. It's super straightforward. Choose how many tracks you want, select the buses and inputs you want to record, hit record and go. The only downside? No overdubbing. But I did learn something here. A WAV file can actually contain multiple separate audio tracks. Hybrid gain structure. The MGX16V uses analog preamps, but everything after that is digital. This means, as long as your analog gain is set correctly, you basically can't clip the mixer digitally. It's a really forgiving system and great for live situations or fast setups. 13. Super low latency. Yamaha is known for low latency processing, and the MGX16V is no exception. The internal latency is well under a millisecond, so monitoring feels instant, even with EQ, compression and effects running. If you're playing live instruments or using in-ear monitoring, this makes a huge difference. 14. USB class compliant. The MGX16V is fully class compliant, which means it works without installing any drivers. You can plug it into Windows, macOS, Linux or even an iPad, and it just shows up as an audio interface. That makes it super flexible for mobile setups, quick recordings, or situations where you don't want to deal with driver installs. And since it sends 16 channels to the computer and receives 2 channels back, you can get full multitrack recording on basically any device. "15. Touch and turn workflow." One thing I really like is Yamaha's touch and turn approach. You can tap anything on the screen and then use the big encoder here to fine-tune it. It's fast, it's precise, and you're much less likely to accidentally drag something to the wrong value. Compared to other mixers in this price range, this feels surprisingly professional. And there you have it, 15 cool things the Yamaha MGX16V can do for you. So if you think this was an interesting YouTube video, please do the YouTube thing. As always, thanks for watching. And thanks to Thomann for loaning me this Yamaha unit here. I'm a bit sad I have to return it, but then again, that's the way it is. See you again next week. Bye bye.